Welcome back to Lion's Den. Ikpehai Daniel is the next entrepreneur in the den. The former banker, inspired by Lagos traffic, has identified an opportunity in the waterways, and he hopes the path he has chosen would lead to a money splash in the den.
Hello, Lions. My name is Ikpehai Daniel Edegbai. I founded SRG Global. I'm here to ask for an equity investment of 70 million in exchange for 10% stake in the business. The company is basically into water transport and aquatourism. And I founded the company as a way of avoiding Lagos traffic, the chronic stress and attendant ailments associated with Lagos traffic. Now, since the inception of the business, we've moved about 12,000 passengers. We've grown our revenue between 2019 and 2020. We grew our revenues by over 400%. And it's clearly evident that the market is there. There's increasing awareness in water transport. We run on the island, and of course the traffic is part of our selling point because we try to make sure that we push our passengers to avoid the traffic. Our movement, which we have always committed to, is 30 minutes. That's basically what SRG is about. Thank you.
A confident pitch by Daniel, whose water transport business, SRG Global, has successfully achieved a 400% revenue increase in 1 year. He is asking for a 70 million naira investment in exchange for 10% equity. And investment banking's leading man, Bolaji Balogun, is first to set the boat sailing.
Thanks, Ikpehai. How much did you say you were trying to raise?
70 million. So what this will do for us, if I may add, is it's going to help us acquire one more brand new boat, help us to refurbish one of our water buses that is currently down. It will help us with publicity and strengthen our payment processes.
And how many boats do you currently have?
We currently have 2. One is down at the moment.
Okay. Sorry, how long has the business been in existence?
This is the 3rd year. We started by leasing. The first year, of course, just the waters. And last year, we began acquisition, even though it was borrowed funds.
And what were your revenues in 2019?
2019 was roughly above 8 million. 2020, about 30 million.
What's your projection for 2021?
We're looking at about roughly 150, 160 million, thereabout.
So you've made 40 million so far this quarter?
It doesn't really work like that because, you know, there's always the part of seasonality. So January is a slow month, of course, up to middle of February. So the business begins to peak.
So how much have you made this quarter?
Roughly 5.
How much have you put into this business?
I'll say roughly 12, 13 million.
Of your money?
Yes.
Do you have any debts?
Yes, sir, we do.
How much debt?
Presently, roughly 50.
Where's your debt from?
Individual, friends, and some of the shacks, microfinance. I use that word.
SRG Global is not in smooth sailing after all, as the flow of questions reveal a shallow spot in the finances. But numbers aside, something about the business model worries Dan Gerem.
If you're leasing and doing very well, why do you want to raise more money?
Yeah, the thing is, first of all, leasing in itself, whenever they come, they need their boats. I mean, you're just off on the air. There's really nothing you can do. You just have to continue to manage your passengers until it comes back. Okay, that's on the one side. On the second side is the fact that it helps you to plan. So if you have yours, you're able to plan those movements, and that's it. It's been better off because we own, we're able to manage, we're able to plan our routes.
It's actually not better off because you had to borrow 50 million naira. So it's easy to buy something when it's someone else's money. It's harder when it's yours. So let me try to reinforce what Dan is saying. You have to decide whether you're a service company or an asset company. Now, have you ever thought somewhere in between, you know, and they do with private jets, probably 90% of the marine infrastructure is sitting idle here. right? Because 80% of it is in the hands of luxury owners, right? Sitting idle doing nothing.
Yeah.
And all you need is a platform, and be that platform that collects it and leases out to other people. And then you control it, right? And you take your margins and you use that as your transport instead of collecting, because you look at your valuation, you put 12 million naira in a business 2 years ago, and you value the business at 700 million. It's
a little
it's out of
negatively skewed.
Daniel's failure to convince Dan Ngerem that boat ownership is a better channel of operation than leasing leaves a storm brewing. Now, Kiari Buka, who has been quiet, is ready to flood Daniel with questions of his own.
What I want to find out is the uses of the 70 million. I understand you are going to buy one boat, repair another.
Yes.
Now, what is the average cost of one boat? Say a 30-seater.
So for a 30-seater, which is what we want to do, it's about 40 million.
40 million.
Yes.
And then the remaining 30 million.
So we want to refurbish the one.
Oh, it's a refurbishment, not
the
repair.
second one.
It's a refurbishment.
Yeah. So the hull is there, but we just want to replace the
And
engines.
the debt will still remain. At what interest on average is the 50 million debt?
96%.
What? Huh?
So that's why it's not.
Excuse me?
Yes. That's 96.
And you're performing on the debt.
Yes, we're performing.
You hesitated. You're servicing the debt.
Well, yeah, we're
servicing
servicing.
No, the reason
Yes,
I asked that
yes.
question is, the cash flows don't add up.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah?
it doesn't.
Okay.
If you service that debt for 1 year,
Yes.
then you're clearly generating a bit more than 30 million.
So what he's done,
Yeah.
it's a Ponzi scheme. He's borrowing to pay debt.
The debt.
Yes.
So it's
whilst running
spiraling
business.
down.
It's spiraling. So
My
the
God.
issue, this is the issue about ownership, right?
Yeah.
As an asset company.
Yeah.
Look, there's no doubt about it. This is a great business whose time has come, right?
Lovely
There are many
business.
people that will do it if you don't do it well. But there are a number of things here.
Yes.
One is you've got to decide whether to be a service company or an asset company. That's my first problem with it. Two is your valuation. I mean, you can't convince me this is a 700 million naira company that you have debt of 50 million at 100% and you made 30 million. I like the business, but I don't like the numbers and I don't like your structure. And for that reason alone, I'm out.
Very similar sentiments. I like you. I like the business, but at that valuation, it's not for me, and unfortunately, I'm out.
I want to jump in here, Daniel. Your valuation is too rich for what you're asking for. The other component is that heavy debt. It's too early in the life of the business to actually take up so much debt. I don't know how you sleep at night with that much debt and the kind of interest rate you are paying. So for all of those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you.
I've patiently listened to you.
Yes.
You're very animated. You sound very interesting. You sound very intelligent. But you're not making intelligent decisions. I don't see how you're going to go from 5 million to 150 million. In 9 months is what you have left now to do like 145 million. I don't see where that is going to come from, even if you got an additional 2 boats. So for those reasons, I will not be investing. I'm out.
The entrepreneur's pitch hits the rocks as 4 lions remove themselves from the deal in quick succession. Would Dan Ngerem give Daniel a hand and save the pitch from capsizing?
Daniel,
Yes, sir.
how long is this debt still on your books?
This is 1 year.
1 year.
Yes. It's a
And
long
how
term.
long is the tenure?
3 years.
One creditor or a few?
There's several.
Several.
Yes.
Like how many?
Agreement.
Roughly.
3.
3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I say I come in with you
Yes.
and we buy off these guys at this, what interest element would you be able to afford Can you pay 40%?
Can we do 30?
No. You're not taking that offer. It's not workable, right?
I'm asking, can we do 30? Because it's partnership.
The deal is 70 million, but 50 million will go to clear the debt at 96% that you're paying at the moment, go directly to those creditors, and then the other 20% go into the business, which buys me 50% of the business, ab initio. And then you pay back the 50 million at 40% interest instead of 96. Would that be an option?
Do you mind if I make a call?
Yeah, make a call.
Okay.
The tides change as Dan Garem makes an offer. A 70 million naira injection into the business, 50 million naira loan to clear the debt, and 20 million naira to buy half of the company. Caught in a tricky wave of decision, Daniel takes a moment to call for advice.
The only offer I have now is 50-50. So to clean up the debt and start on a clean slate. Yeah, what do you think? Okay, all right.
What's the decision?
Take it.
A very bumpy but rewarding journey for Daniel Ikpehai as he lands a deal to clear his heavy debt and get a fresh start with a premium Lion partner riding the waves with him. Lion's Den is proudly sponsored by EcoBank and Chapel Hill Denim and supported by Bank of Industry and Development Bank of Nigeria with the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service as strategic partner.